Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Wednesday, September 6th. This clip is focusing on the 1968 20-foot Lyman Runabout. As you can see, we've shaped and installed the foredeck sections, the covering boards, and also the aft deck. It's all down, it's all bedded in 5200, much stronger than it was before. And now RJ will explain the process he's gone through to fill the countersinks in the same manner that Lyman did. We don't use wooden plugs in this application because Lyman did not. So RJ, why don't you take it away?
Well, you're working with a half-inch plywood here, or 7/16 half-inch. So once you drill your screw and countersink it in, if you were to drill it deep enough to plug it, your screw would pretty much be through the plywood, which I think is why they puttied it. I'm not sure. I have seen boats with little tiny planking, thin planking, and it was actually plugged with paper thin plugs. So once we fastened it all with 5200, I backed all the screws back out. Then I took a countersink with a stop on it, and I countersinked every hole, and then this is what the countersink looks like. This one don't have the stop on it right now, but then I put all the screws back in so that they were down 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch below the surface. Then I went around and with the blue tape, and I went around every screw hole that I have to putty on the deck. And then I put the first coat of wood on, which is not very fun stuff to use in the aspect that you have to keep going and putting more solvent on it to soften it up, because just the time that I've been sitting here, it's already like become really hard and unworkable. But with this stuff, you just put a little more solvent on that pile and stir it in, and it's good again. I just started the second coat. I'm done right through here with second coat, and once that's done, I can pull the tape off, and I'll have all the holes filled, and then I'll be able to sand the entire deck.
And the purpose of the tape is to ensure that this wood doesn't bleed into the deck.
And minimize cleanup.
Yep. So it's a lot like using interlock seam compound below the water line, right? Except the seam compound doesn't have a solvent, but with it you do have a pot life of probably about half an hour.
Right, and that doesn't ever really cure rock hard.
Right.
As to where this stuff will become like wood.
So we'll leave RJ to having way too much fun. If I just scan around the boat, you'll get an idea of how many holes await him. He's to go through the process again. He and John laid down the components, bedded them in 5200, sank the screws at the correct intervals, let the 5200 cure, then backed all of those screws back out, and used a countersink drill with a stop on it to drill actual countersinks, and then spent a long time, very tediously, surrounding each countersink hole with blue tape so that the family wood does not invade the surrounding surface. And as RJ said, doing this reduces cleanup, but it also protects us against having a slightly darker ghost around every one of these countersinks. So it won't be long. I would think by the end of this week, would you, RJ, we can probably be staining?
Probably.
Yeah. That's going to be an exciting time. It'll change her dramatically. So, thank you very much for allowing us to share our 1968 20-foot Lyman Runabout with you. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much from Snake Mountain Boat Works.